Hey everyone, Congressman Julie Johnson. I wanted to tell you about my morning. So I was invited with a small group of members of Congress to go meet with Secretary Linda McMahon, the Secretary of the Department of Education. The genesis from the meeting is that many of us sent a letter to her expressing our deep concerns over the dismantling of the Department of Education and why they were doing that and how it was going to be implemented. And so a select group of us were invited to come and have a meeting with her, and I was included in that. On the first hand, I want to give her, thank her for meeting with us. She's the only cabinet secretary that's actually met with Democrats to hear our concerns over what the Trump administration is doing. So I really want to applaud her for doing that. That's how it should be. Secretaries of agencies should meet with members of Congress to discuss policy, and I was very pleased that she had arranged for this meeting. We expressed a lot of our concern over the reduction in force, what's happening over the replacement of these programs and how they were going to be incorporated with the Small Business Administration and the Treasury Department. I asked her a question about the civil rights enforcement of how was federal law going to be enforced with parents of disability, children with disabilities, and many of the other federal law programs that protect education to make sure that every child in this country gets an equal education, an equal opportunity to education. And I was really dissatisfied with her response, quite frankly. I think we were very pleased that she met with us, but at the end of the day, the only thing that she said that was really helpful was that she recognized that Congress had powers, that she didn't have the unilateral ability to dismantle the DOE without congressional oversight. But absent that, all the programs, they were totally fine with getting rid of. And basically what she said, well, they're going to be fine because some of them are going to be housed in HHS and some are going to be housed in Small Business Administration, and student loans are going to be housed at Treasury and all of that sort of thing. But at the end of the day, I think it's a disastrous plan for our country and for the educational system that we have. Our educational system is already struggling. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. There's a lot of things that our education system could be doing better. We don't lead the nation. We don't lead the world in a lot of educational statistics. In Texas, where I'm from, is even worse. Our educational system is a hot mess, large part because Republicans and Greg Abbott has refused to properly fund it. But this is not the approach just to dismantle the Department of Education. But I'm going to keep you posted on that. She says she's going to give us some follow-up information and more data about this